Whew. What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Knicks weekly recap, man. Tough week for them boys. They go 1-2, currently now 27-16, third in the East. Next game Monday on MLK Day against them Hawks. But we're going to talk about the Knicks, man. Listen, are they in trouble? Are they in trouble? Right? Disc Rover, what's going on, man? Yo, Disc Rover, I appreciate that, man. Yo, bro, no, I'm going to keep it a buck. I feel like I got hit by a brick more like a tank. It was over for me, man, but I'm good. I'm back. Appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me. Everybody looking out. Appreciate that. Jeremy, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. It's out of commission this week, man. Got a lot of joints right here. Got my, you know what I mean? Just trying to hold it together, but I'm pretty much almost in the clear, right? But yeah, man. Listen, even though LV was kind of laying low. Eddie Kofi, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. I was laying low. I was, of course, still kept my ear to the streets, man. I saw what was going on. Tough week for us, man. Tough week for us. And it started with that Detroit game, right? The Detroit game was really, really, really tough. And, I always said, that's a really, really dangerous team, right? You got to be careful with them. We lose to them, right? Then, of course, we had, what I felt like should have been an easy win against, with Philadelphia. And I watched a little bit of that game, but then I just couldn't. I had to kind of lay down. And I thought the Knicks had it in the bag after that second half. I was like, oh, I ain't. Then to see that we won in overtime, I was like, what? What happened? And then to see what happened in Minnesota, of course, Big Cat hasn't played in the last couple of games, resting his thumb. I thought we played well too, but they just knocked down like 20-something threes, right? So now it's, you got to really start really reevaluating this team. You got to really take a step back. And, and this is not for anybody to, think that everything's going out the window. Rondo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with the LV Live. It's been crazy, man. Crazy for LV, but I'm good. I'm back. Like I said, I got a lot of wicked liquids. Of course, got the Knicks cup. Got to show love. So this is not, but this is. Listen, LV said it, man. Let me fix my. I feel like I'm high up, right? Let me go fix my seat, man. Sorry. I told you guys. I said we wasn't ready this year. I said it. I was like, listen, we shouldn't jump out the window, right? I don't think we're ready yet. And then with everything that's happened, just with the moves, Jeremy said the Knicks foolish passing on that Nick Richards. I'm gonna touch on that, Jeremy, man. They got fleeced for him, man. They got like how many? They got like 3 or 4 second rounds for that kid, man. He ain't worth that. This is not the year. This is like I like this is this, and I think we're so top heavy, man, that you gotta understand. It takes a minute to build a legit contender. I'm talking about year after year after year after year. Like you guys got to be together like for a very long time. You know what I mean? So that's what really kind of gets a contender because you're constantly in the mix and your team doesn't change. Boston hasn't really changed much, even though they added, of course, to me, the big addition was Drew Holiday. That was huge. But everything else was pretty much the same. Like all those guys are pretty much, a lot of those guys on the bench were guys that were always there. But I want to touch on also too, like a lot of young coaches that are good, that are out there too, man. There's a lot of young coaches out there that are really flourishing, right? And so when you take a look at the landscape of the league and how the league is changing, this league is changing, man. So you got to be able to change with the times. Like, you can't kind of be stuck. And I'm not saying the Knicks are stuck, but I just think there's some couple of tweaks that need to be made to get us into the upper echelon, right? In the upper echelon, all them teams have been together for some years now. You got to say, Jaron Allen's been in Cleveland for a long time. Remember, they drafted Mobley. They drafted Garland, right? So they got LeVert from the Nets. So LeVert's been there. Feels like he's been there forever, right? What's the kid that comes off there and plays defense? Okurike or something like that. Whatever. He's been there for a minute, right? So you got to think they built up that OKC from the bottom up. The only person they really got was Ihart, Caruso, and of course they got SGA and that Paul George, right? So they built that from the ground up. So when you start looking at these teams, I'm talking about the top dogs, right, that are blowing people's doors off. You're seeing that now. You're starting to see a team like Detroit, right? That's all homegrown, man. All them dudes is homegrown. All them cats. You add in Beasley and and of course Tim Hardaway, but the rest of them dudes is homegrown. Of course, Cade and Jaden Duren and Isaiah Stewart and the Thomas kid. The other kid coming off the bench, Holland, they drafted him high. All them, that's all homegrown talent, man. All them cats, even the one kid, the point guard that come off the bench for them, that's all homegrown, man. The Hawks, all homegrown. You see what they just did to they just beat Boston. They're right now 6-1 against the top teams in the East. 6-1, the Hawks. So this is not gonna be a free fall. Like everything's just it ain't gonna be like that, man. Same thing with the Pacers, right? All homegrown, man. A lot of those guys, they got Siakam, all them other dudes, they drafted them cats. Nazemar, and of course Halliburton. Halliburton they got from Kings, right? But who's the big kid with the braids? I forget his name. You know what I'm talking about. The big man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. So you see how the league is changing. Like everybody is building their teams and they're building their young talent. That's what they're doing, man. Excuse me. That's what they're doing. Same thing. Look at the Rockets, right? All young guys, man. They're building young teams, man. So they're letting these young boys play, and they're playing a certain style of hoops that's to those guys' strengths. And these coaches are adapting to that. And so we got to kind of change that too, man. We got to really pay attention to, just the landscape and how that's going and what that's looking like. You know what I mean? So let's show you guys really quick here, man. Now I put up here the net rating, right, and all this stuff because I want to show you guys exactly where we're at currently in the league, right? So offensively, we're still in the top 2 in the league. The only team that's above us is Cleveland, right? So now, when you take a look at the defensive rating, now this is the issue, right? This is the issue, as you guys know. You got to be able to get stops. We're 20th in the league still. We went up a little bit, but of course that played a big part into December, right? We played all them bum teams. Now we're getting to the legit teams. We're 20th in the league. Net rating still top 10. Field goal percentage still top 5. 3-point percentage still top 5. So offensively, we're elite. You see what we are. Offensively, we're still elite. So it's the defense. That's the issue. Does Mitch change that? I don't think Mitch changes that totally. I don't think that. I think Mitch is going to play a big part, but I don't think Mitch changes that totally. Like, you know what I mean? That you need like a lot of wing impact at the top of the ball. Top of the key. Excuse me. Point guard position. You need all those things to happen. A lot of energy guys that come off the bench, right? That's really going to kind of give guys like Bridges and guys like OG Anunoby the energy to be able to finish strong in that fourth, right? So that's the key. But I wanted to bring this up because I wanted to show you guys exactly, just where they're at ranking-wise. So as much as everyone feels like Rome is falling, right? Like, if you think about it, it's really not. Brooklyn Knicks fan, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Knicks weekly recap, man. So I appreciate you coming through rocking with me on this Sunday. So, once again, offensively, we're very elite, man. So that's never been the issue this year. It's just on that other side of the ball, man. There's two sides of it. It's just two sides of this thing, right? Oh, AP, man. What up, man? What's shaking, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with the LV Live on this Sunday afternoon. Next weekly recap, man. Hey, everybody, make sure everybody's be safe out there too, man. It's supposed to get that snowstorm later, man. So make sure everyone's safe out there. Watch that football. Great games yesterday too, right? Great games. Yo, anybody think the Commanders was going to smoke the Lions like that? Yo, Jaden Daniels is, yo, man. Excuse me. Yo, Jaden Daniels. Yo, Jaden Daniels looked like Lamar Jackson, man. Yo, Jay Supreme, man. What up, man? What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday, man. Yo, Jaden Daniels like Lamar, man. Mahomes is a bad man. See, Patrick? Everybody thought he was going to lose. Nah, y'all need to chill out. That boy is cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded. Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Rocking with LV Live today, this Sunday, man. Knicks weekly recap. Chopping it up with my guys, man. I haven't seen you guys all week, man. So I want to kind of reconnect about this week. 8 pieces of the Knicks in long-term trouble. Not long-term, AP. Not long-term, no. Right now, yes. They are in trouble. They are in trouble. And the reason why is because they got the toughest schedule in the league, guys. Toughest schedule in the league. So, and that's what all teams, the Knicks are number one, the toughest schedule in the league. Knicks 100 GM, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. New York Knicks Weekly Recap Show. So, yeah, I think right now they are. They're going to have to figure some things out. We're going to talk about that in a second. Killer Passion, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with me today, man, this Sunday, man. All my guys coming through, man. Appreciate y'all. LV was kind of out of commission, man, for a week, man. So I appreciate y'all coming through. But I was paying attention. So when I came back around, I kind of was up to speed. So, I could touch down with you guys and touch on everything that's been going on. So right now we're in a little bit of trouble. So, but I think right now, if you see based on these ratings, you see it's based on pretty much, the defense. That's the key, man. Where's BKLA, man? What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Hope all is well with you, sir. Hope you're good out there, Wiz. I heard things kind of settled down a bit, so I hope you're good out there, man. Big shout to Wiz. So, yeah, all right. Okay. Hey, hit him up, New York, New Jersey, man. It's my first time seeing you coming through, rocking with me and my crew, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, excuse me, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew on this Sunday for this New York Knicks Weekly Recap. Hit him up, New York, New Jersey. Appreciate you, man. I truly do. Please subscribe. All right, let's get straight to it, right? Kind of gave you my breakdown. All right, I'm gonna be careful with this because I want people to understand where I'm coming from. Should Tibbs be fired? No. But he better change it. He better change quick. And the reason why I say that is because you don't want to see this team do a straight face plant based on this team that you have. Then they get smoked in the first round, something crazy because they're tired, right? You don't want that. Right now, Leon's his boy. Trust and believe. So I think Tibbs will get another year because they're going to give Tibbs everything he wants this summer. But we're a legit team, man. We're really good. And this can really go left if you mismanage it. And LV has been talking. I've been talking for long because everybody's been coming here rocking with me for a minute now. I've been saying from day one, I'm not on the fire Tibbs. I don't agree with that. I'm not that guy. But I do think that you got to make adjustments. You got to tweak things with anything that you do. You can't kind of just be stuck in your ways and be stubborn to the point you're not willing to change things. And I've always felt that this is what they gave you, right? So Tibbs, again, I don't know how many millions of dollars. I ain't here to count the man's pockets. I don't do that. So they're like, all right, cool. Here's what we're giving you, right? So he's in the rooms to draft Dadier. He's in them rooms to draft Kolick. He's in them rooms to draft Akaporte. He's in them rooms making them decisions. They ain't just picking people, and he can't. Nah, Tibbs is in full range of what's going on over there. So when they make deals and they do whatever they did to get Cat and get Bridges, whatever they did, they said, all right, cool. We don't really have the pieces of the bread to really get the players that we want off the bench because we're going to need reserves here. So that's where you got to pivot as a coach and as a staff, front office, whatever, and say, all right, cool. Let's develop what we have here. You got to. LV's been saying that. I never said fire the guy. I said, yo, you got to develop Dadier. You see what Akaporte's doing. You got to play these guys. You can't just be like, nah, like I'm not going to play them. I'm just going to continue to play these dudes 40 minutes and not even let these other guys. I'm not going to do that. Like, I've been saying that here. You guys heard it here, right? You guys, I want everybody to give a thumbs up. You've heard it here in this show. I said, yo, look, man. Excuse me. I said, look, man, you got to develop these cats. The only way they're going to get better is they got to play. The only way they're going to understand what the game is you got to put them out there. You got to put them out there in situations to where they can get better. All these other teams that are doing it with their rookies, these guys, these kids didn't come in here and they were just everybody doesn't have top 5 picks, is what I'm saying. Everybody on these squads, these dudes that are on the bench for every team was all number 2 and number 3 picks. It don't go like that. They had to find guys in the draft to be able to develop guys. I give you one person, and you guys can look around other benches, which is cool. Look at Peyton Pritchard. He's lighting it up over there, right? Yeah, he was getting busy in Oregon. Yeah, he was getting busy when he was out there. I also remember the story when Dante told about when Peyton Pritchard came on a recruiting visit to Villanova. And Dante was like, yo, he rolled the ball out and played the kid one-on-one and bust as you know what. And the kid said, all right, I ain't going to Villanova. And then he wound up going to Oregon. That's the story. You know what I mean? About Peyton Pritchard. But he lit it up in Oregon, was an All-American. He found his niche in the league because he found the coach that knew how to use his superpower. Tyler Kolick was like the same type of kid coming out of Marquette. He was all everything. All Big East Player of the Year. If I'm correct, I think he was an All-American. I think he was first-team All-American when he came out. Start sipping on my tea, man. LV Stana. Right? So that's the thing. So you learn how to develop these guys. You learn how to develop them. My man Jay Supreme. Jay Supreme said, but if you put them out there now, when the game is in the balance, they're going to get beat and we'll lose the game. They're going to develop in the G League and in practice first, LV. All right, Jay Supreme. I love this. I love this. Jay Supreme, you know, you're right and you're wrong. Let me tell you why. Nice. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with the LV Live. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, man. But it's my first time seeing you come through rocking with me, man. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Nice. Jay Supreme, here's the issue. Now, yeah, it's finished now because we halfway in the season. Jay Supreme, this should have been done from jump. Should have been done from jump, Jay Supreme. So now they ready now, Jay. They ready now because you've been putting them in the fire since day one. Because they've had training camp. They had training camp. They had games against bum teams to where they got experience out there. But Tibbs is playing these dudes 40 minutes against the Wizards. Bugging out. So my point is, Jay, we wouldn't be having these issues with the bench stuff if you would develop these dudes. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. Lionel Monis, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Sorry about my little guy, a little cold, man. So I apologize for sniffles, but I appreciate you coming through rocking with me on Sunday. So that's what I'm saying, Jay. Like, you're valid in what you're saying. But so, Jay, yeah, they can't put him in now. You thought he should have did that from jump. That's the only way they're going to get better. Udoka's doing that. That's what Udoka did. That's what Joe Mazzulla did. That's what all these young coaches do. I forget the cat out there in OKC. He playing all them young kids. All them cats. He playing 12, 13 dudes off the bench. You mean to tell me they should play over SGA? SGA's only playing 20-something minutes. 30 minutes, if that. He's playing a bunch of clowns. If Isaiah Joe was with us, he wouldn't even see the floor, man. He wouldn't see the floor. He wouldn't see the floor with Tibbs. He wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, Jay, he dropped the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? He dropped the ball because this is what you got. Like, so my thing is, I can get it. We can all complain and say, yo, like, nah. Nah. They scrubs. They're not ready. Yeah, of course they're not ready. They're not going to be ready. But if this is what they're giving you, right? They're giving you this is what they're saying. All right, you got to cook with this. Okay, let's keep it a buck, people. You got to cook with this. But yo, check it out. We're giving you $10 million a year. This is your squad. Make it pop. And based on everything we got, the money, I don't know if we're going to be able to make a trade because our money's kind of funny right now. So I don't know. We might have to wait till the summer. But can you make it work with this? Because these are the dudes that you told us to draft. Because you was in the room, remember? Remember you was in the room with us and we was trying to figure out players to get? Yeah. So these young cats you felt got potential, make it work with that. That's just LV been saying that. Listen, guys, I've been saying that on this show. Everybody's destroying these kids like these dudes is garbage. Let's stop. Here we go. Oh, I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad you're here too. Let's stop the hype. This team is really not that talented. What? We're third in the East, my man. We're third in the East. How are we not that talented? You talking like we at the bottom of the cellar, like we the Sixers. My man, we ain't that bad at all. We're third team in the East. Now, are we upper echelon of the league? No. We're not. We got to get there. But come on, man. We can't say we're really not. There's no way, man. Come on. We third because we played a bunch of teams missing key players consistently. My man, in this league, you play who you play, you beat who you beat. It don't matter. Like we smoked the Wolves, right? With Cat. They beat us the other night. We didn't have Cat. So what does that mean? That means the Wolves don't get credit for smacking us around like they did? Of course they get credit. It's the league, my man. Come on, man. You can't. Everybody's nice in this league. You can't do that because that's diminishing the other teams and the other players. Jay Supreme, LV. Honestly, I think we may be a year away before we can compete against Jay Supreme. My man, I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%. And I've been saying that, Jay. I said we're not ready yet. I said everybody on the show, I said we're not ready yet. Big shouts to my man Ant over there, Knicks Nation. I said it over there. I said we're not ready yet. Pete, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew. Jay, we're not ready yet, man. We're not, and it's okay, Jay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? We just got our crew together. We're still building. We'll be okay. So I'm not really worried about that. All these other teams that are, Jay, that are rocking and rolling, boss, they've had years to build this. Years. So, yo, man, you got to give them dudes credit. And they've kept the same team together for years. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Boston's been together forever. It took them 5 or 6 years to get that joint rocking. You know what I mean? And then Udoka came in and he had them ready. You see what Udoka's doing over there with the Houston, right? And all he did was give what he had. He gave it to Missoula, and Missoula's just running with it. So, but that's Udoka's blueprint. So it just took time to marinate. So, you got to do that. You can't like just automatically say, okay, we stink, forget it. No. Give it time. But we got to identify, what the issues are. And the league is getting younger, man. You got to change. You got to change your way of doing things. The league is getting younger, man. It's like this league is like the NASCAR, man. Like it's like the pace is crazy. That's why that 40-minute stuff with Tibbs don't work today. Like that's why it doesn't work. That's why it doesn't work. Because the pace of the league is different. So guys are going to get tired quicker. They're playing faster. They're playing more than probably they've ever played. Every other day and back-to-back, it's legit. And the way that the pace hits, so it's not like they're slowing the game down. So that's what I mean by you got to change your philosophy and your bench has got to. Why do you think most of these teams are playing like 10, 11 guys, man? Why do you think they're doing that? And these are younger coaches that are doing it. Why do you think they're doing that? They're going 12 deep on the bench because, the games they going like that. You don't want your team burnt out because of the pace of the league. So if you got your top dogs, the dogs you're going to need in April and May, playing 40-plus minutes in December, my man, what? Come on, man. It doesn't make any sense. The league has changed. All right. So check it out. Everybody also too, man. I've been keeping my ear to the street, like I said, man. I saw Twitter was going bananas about what happened a couple of days ago, right? Well, Paul Pierce and KG went up there and said, I'm going to play it for you guys right now. You're going to get a live reaction from LV. And I want you guys to pay attention because I'm going to go in because I'm going to give my breakdown of it. All right, so I'm going to play it for you guys right now. What KG and them boys said.
Starting lineup, they getting ran into the ground. They all playing 40-plus minutes, and I said this from day one. They don't have no depth. So now you got to depend on all your starters to play 40 minutes. This shit going to get to you. Now we at the halfway mark. Everybody that done played almost about 40, 41 games. They getting tired. Dog. And I said this. I said they good. And they going to probably win a playoff series. But if they got to play 40-something, they got to make a move or they got to wait till the big fella Thomas. Is that his name? Robinson. He got Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, they need some depth. They need some depth at the perimeter, actually. Yeah. Like, because they all got to play 40 minutes for them to win. And they all going to get their numbers. It's all going to look sweet. but they're gonna get tired in that fourth quarter, and that's what I'm seeing, and that's what happened in the playoffs. Like it just is what it is. They need to make a trade. You know what I'm saying? They need one more perimeter player, and I don't know who that is. But they need another perimeter player. If they think they're gonna go deep in the playoffs like this, playing like this, they got another thing coming. Because you can get through the first round, and then you can battle through the second round. But by the time they get to the conference finals, man, they ain't gonna have no legs.
Who tells Tibbs that?
Nobody telling Tibbs that. You could look at you
fuck
argue
that.
with Tibbs
Fuck
every
that.
day.
Fuck that.
Man, Tibbs used to be in shouting matches every day. Man, I'll never forget this conversation. Man, we going over a shoot around, and we doing something
hard,
and we going hard.
Hard.
He like, do it again, man.
No, he stopped. He was being an asshole.
Yeah, Ticket was like, man, what the fuck? He was like doing it. He yelled at Ticket. Ticket was like, man,
how hard you want us to do this shit?
He yelled right back in.
You want us to kill each other? Yeah, I want it, man. Almost like.
I'll never forget. He said, Ticket, he said, it's some bullshit. You'll never be a head coach in the league.
I shot that.
I was like, damn.
Motherfucker, you don't know what the fuck you doing. You know greatest way.
Oh, head coach in the league.
Yeah, I shot that.
He shot that. I was like, ooh.
Tibbs, that was
he
some practice
up.
shit.
It was like two alphas standing up right there, and I'm looking at it like, okay, Tibbs ain't backing down. You know, Ticket ain't backing down. Now, but he's stubborn though. Sometimes I think he gets stubborn.
It's not even stubbornness, but
he a great coach. Don't take that away. But sometimes he gets stuck in his ways and stubborn.
And that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Like at some point, bro, you got staff, you got assistants, you got a GM, you got presidents. Somebody is telling you this, and it's a data league, bro. Data is probably telling you that, hey, look, the starting five playing a way bunch of more minutes than the average starting five in your league. So I'm sure he's heard this. Yeah, it goes back to what Paul just said. Bro's so stuck in his ways and he knows how to win one way, man. Listen, my only problem with a lot of traditional stuff, it doesn't make the download of the latest update. You know what I'm saying? Our league is high paced. You can't practice today. Scores are 130, 140. The average is 120. Some teams are averaging 115. Bro, do you know, man, that is all-star shit, man. The pace of the league is the reason why we're looking at it like this. And guess what? Not only that, hold on, P. On top of that, no one's told Tibbs, including the players. If I'm Carl Anthony Towns, a big body, I pull Tibbs in the room and I say, hey, look, it's a players' league. They can get this off. Tibbs so stubborn, though, that, I don't know. But it's going to have to be something because you can't go up against the Bostons, the Clevelands, and not have a bench. I don't care who you playing. And when they play these good teams...
I think they have a bench. They just not using it.
That's the same thing, P.
You gotta think about it. Like
if you have a bench you're not using, that's like...
Well, you gotta develop. Like if you don't trust these guys, this is the time to start developing them.
They're on the team.
He can get 10, 12 minutes over here.
They're on the team. They made the team. They went through training camp. Yeah. They earned the jersey. They earned the right. They got a contract. This is their job. One guy does this guy... Okay, you gotta use them though, bro. Man, one guy came off the bench and played 16 minutes, bro.
That's cool.
Nah, that's not cool because when you play these better teams, they're gonna steamroll you.
Oh, man.
Boom. Now, people been blacking out on Twitter about this. Where are they wrong, man? Where are they wrong? Where are they wrong? What's the beef about what them dudes said, man? I'm all the way. I don't even. I was like, I had my vision was a little cloudy. See, I'm still in recovery. I was like, yo, am I seeing this right? Dorkosaurus Rex? Yo, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live and my crew, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me, man. It's truly, truly appreciated, man, on this Sunday. Where are they wrong at? Like outside of just, I don't know, the fandom for the Knicks or NBA, or you don't like KG, you don't like Paul Pierce. Sometimes it don't matter. It don't matter if you like somebody or not. The truth is the truth, man. You got to stand on that. There's not one thing that they said was wrong. Not one. Not one. It ain't a personal attack on Tibbs. That's the thing. Everybody taking it personal. Like they saying the Knicks stink. They not saying that at all. They talking like straight ball players. Straight ball players. To me, the best line of that whole thing is when KG said, yo, my man, they got a jersey on. They got a jersey on. They went through training camp. They earning a check. They earned the right to be on the team. You got to play them. Boss, it's that simple, my man. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. And that's the issue. That's the issue, man. And so when you're identifying certain things, you don't just say, yo, nah, I ain't gonna change up because yo, my way is the way. That's some arrogant, foolish, and asinine stuff, man. If you can't get out of yourself like that to where like you just like so locked into like your way, that no disrespect to him or to anybody, you don't need to be a coach, man. You don't need to be a coach. You got to be able to adjust. You can't have it to where it's like, oh, nah, I'm not doing it that way because that ain't my way. And so, yeah, even though I drafted these rookies and I do need to play players, I'm not going to play them because Shamet is hurt. So I'm just going to play Deuce and Precious, and that's going to be my team. Yo, my man, what if someone gets hurt? I'm just going to play with 3 guys. My man, you need 5 players play on the court. Then we got to forfeit the game. Like this is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like, asinine stuff. Like, because you say, my man, why don't you plan for? Hey, Josh Smooth, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. It's my first time seeing you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew. So my thing, and this is anything in life, right? If you don't plan, you're always going to fail. And what I mean by that is, cool, I got these 5 right here, right? These 5 are legit, probably the best 5 in the league. But yo, what would happen if OG went down? Who do I got to fill in for that? Oh, well, I just picked up Shamet. All right, cool, but yo, Shamet got a dislocated shoulder right now. So what if OG, knock on wood, break his ankle next game? Who do I fill in? Put Deuce there. You put Deuce there? Why would you put Deuce there? He's not a forward. Well, I would drop Josh down. All right, well, who gonna come in now? Then Deuce is off the bench. Campaign. All right, cool. But what other wing or big? Oh, Precious got a poor hamstring. So what do you do? Who do you play? Or I just play Sims. So, yo, my man, why don't you develop Dottier? You just picked him up. The kid is almost 6'10". He's athletic. He's long. Why don't you develop him? Because we need him. And maybe bring along the other kid. I mean, the other rookie you got from Kansas, but I know he's hurt. You got to develop those guys until they kind of get ready. Look up a couple of them other young dudes. You got to develop them. Because what if? That's how life goes. You don't just say, "Oh, I'm going to keep on doing this because you're my man." What if something bad happens? Then what do you do in life? Everybody in here, why do you save money? Why do you save bread? Why do you stack up cheese? Why do you do that? For a rainy day, right? In case your car breaks down or in case whatever happened, you got cash on the stash to go get it. If it's up to Tibbs, he ain't stashing no cash. He's going with everything he got in his pocket. And you like, yo, my man, you're bugging out. Right? You would look at him like that. So to me, this is the same mindset. It's no different. It's no different. You got to plan for that stuff. You always be ready just in case. Because OG has shown that he's injury prone. Cat has shown he's injury prone. Like now, he's down because of his thumb. So, but if you would have developed Acapulco, then we wouldn't really be having these issues, right? But you don't believe in developing Acapulco. Every time I seen a guy get out there and play, he looks good. But you're not playing him. Why? And now, I don't know what the hell is going on, but now he's not even playing Shamit. So why isn't Shamit getting minutes? What happened? What happened, Tibbs? But why? Well, you said we waiting for Shamit. He talking on that Shamit stuff. We ain't seen Shamit. So once again, because I think people get it confused. No one is saying fire the guy. I mean, I know. Well, I'm not saying that because I know that's not the right move right now. What I'm saying is we're gonna have to we're gonna have to switch things up, man. Because we got the toughest schedule in the league. It don't get no rougher. No easier. It's gonna get rougher, man. It's gonna get like for real. It's about to get crazy. We got Atlanta coming up. Then we got Brooklyn, but then I saw we got Memphis, we got Sacramento, we got the Lakers, we got we got a couple of teams. It can get ill really quick, fast, and that was the best line he said. Also, too, you know what Paul Pierce said, which I thought was great. He said, "Yo, man," he said, "Yo, they good." He said they're gonna win like a first round, they're probably a second round. He said, but once they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, their legs is going to be finished. He said, finished. And last but not least, I'm going to leave y'all with this. He said the other thing. He said, yo, pace. He said the pace of the league. Did I not say that? Like, yo, I've been talking about that, how the league is different, man. He talked about pace. That's why the league is different now. That's why you got to change. That's why you got to change up everything, man. That's why you have to. It's not a matter of like just like trying to destroy the guy because they're not saying he's a bad coach. It's just a matter of like, yo, like the pace is killing dudes. Like yesterday, everybody's flying. Everybody. The league is just like NASCAR. So I'm just saying, man. So you gotta like kind of make some tweaks, man, because we're gonna need it coming up. We're gonna need it. It's not gonna get no easier, man. All right, man. I hope everybody's enjoying the show, man. I see everybody coming through. Everybody's dropping bombs in here. Everybody's talking about. I appreciate everybody coming through, rock with me, man. The love is truly, truly appreciated, man. It truly is, man. I missed y'all, man. So I'm glad everybody in here rocking. Everybody in here dropping knowledge. Everybody in here blacking out. That's good, man. That's where this is the place to do it at, man. Here with LV Live, man. So I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me. All right, let me see what everybody's in here talking about, man. My man Khaled Pasha said, we are talented. With a different coach, we would have more wins. Until we get rid of Tibbs, this team will go nowhere. Yeah, man. There's a lot of people, man, out there that I'm really happy with Tibbs right now, man. There's a lot of them, man, that's not happy with him, man. Not happy with him. And, also, too, Khaled Pasha, you know what's happening? And I like Tibbs. I don't, the league is getting younger and the coaches are getting younger. And the coaches are getting sharper, too. Like you see Joe Mazzulla, man. Joe Mazzulla is young, man. Right? He wouldn't have got his chance if Udoka wouldn't have did what he did. But what I'm saying is, think of the talent that was sitting over there next to Udoka. That was Joe Mazzulla. So look what he's doing with Boston right now. Udoka's another young coach. He left Boston. Now look at the Rockets, man. He got them boys playing hard, man. Look what Udoka's doing over there, man. Then of course you got the one coach over there at who's the coach over there? I forget the guy's name, man. You guys help me. The guy over there, OKC, man. He got them dudes playing right. And also, too, let's not forget what Bickerstaff is doing over there with Detroit. Another young coach. I can hear people right now screaming Johnny Bryant, man. Bring Johnny Bryant back home. I'm telling you, because a lot of people felt, true story. This is not me trying to fire Tibbs. Everybody relax. Everybody felt Johnny Bryant was the coach in Wayne. That he's the next guy up. They felt he was the reason why the Knicks were so good. He was the reason. And if you remember, Randall gave Johnny Bryant the credit for the reason why his career kind of went to the next level, because he said Johnny Bryant came and talked to me while I was home in Dallas. You remember? LV wilding out on here, man. Excuse me, my people. It's dangerous cold, man. So, you know what I'm saying? So Johnny Bryant, man. So there was a lot of Knicks fans that wanted him in that seat, man. A lot of Knicks fans that wanted him. AP says, yep, and that's why he needs to be changed next year. Everybody wants Tibbs out of here, man. Knicks 100 GM says, now y'all using every excuse other than we're not as good as we thought. Knicks 100 GM, man, he back at it. Calapash says, as long as Tibbs is the coach, I will never believe in this team winning anything. Everybody's going in on Tibbs, man. My man Nice says, I still don't understand to this day, why did Tibbs bench Payne when he was shooting the way he shot 2 days ago? Nice, that's ill, right? Because, I saw that. And it didn't make any sense. And I got one better, too, guys. Why wasn't Payne playing for like 4 or 5 games straight? Remember that? Remember he was playing in the first half, like 2 minutes, and then he wasn't playing in the second half at all? Like, at all. Like, so it's just certain things, like, it just doesn't make any sense that Tibbs does. Like, why wouldn't he play the kid? Payne is a nice spark plug coming off the bench. I thought he's been playing well. Now, he's not going to have a great game all the time. I mean, but he still provides solid minutes for Brunson, gives a spark for the bench. Him and Deuce, I think, have grown a great chemistry together. So I like what they're doing and what they're building together, him and Deuce with that second unit. When he's having an off night, I mean, why would you say, all right, I ain't playing him for the next couple of games? Why would you do that? It's the same thing. Nice also, too. I don't know why he's not playing Shamet now. I don't know what's going on with that. I was like, yo, where's Shamet at? He over there on the bench on the side chilling. I'm like, why is he not playing? Yo, man, that guy, I don't know. I'm not trying to, once again, man, it just doesn't make any sense. Especially when guys need kind of like the rest. Dorkosaurus Rex says Tibbs never changes. Everybody's talking about the playoffs, man. Dorkosaurus Rex says Kevin Garnett knows more about basketball and Tom Thibodeau coaching style than anyone on Twitter who makes excuses for Tibbs. Listen, man, agreed. Disc Rover says the blueprint on how to beat us is known to the league now. Agreed, because they know Disc Rover that you just got to get them guys tired. Because when the fourth quarter rolls around, man, the guys don't have enough, man. They don't have enough. They just don't. They don't have they you know what I mean? Like they don't have enough going on, man. They're finished. Knicks 100 says this is New York. What does that mean, man? What does that mean? This is New York. This girl says none of them was here when we was the laughing stock in the NBA. Now was that but Knicks 100 GM, right? I think you're kind of getting confused by the whole issue here. I don't think people have like really any issues with Tibbs. Like, I mean, excuse me. I don't think people are like hate Tibbs like that. Like, we know what he's done to help things, but my man, you can still change and adjust. That doesn't mean, all right, look, man. Boss, if you're in a relationship, right? I gotta take it there. If you're in a relationship with somebody and they come into it this way, right? That's cool that they're this way. But eventually through time, right, you expect people to change and get better and evolve. They're still doing the same stuff they was doing back in 98. My man, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Especially if you had issues with it before. You're going to say, next 100 years, you're going to say, yo, my man, you didn't grow out of that? You didn't grow out of that? You still doing the same stuff? You didn't learn your lesson? I mean, my man, this is simple. This is life stuff. This ain't even hoops. Now you coordinating that to the court. So you're saying like, yo, my man, you didn't learn your lessons from the two other teams? You ran into the ground? KG barked on you on the court telling you ain't never going to be a head coach in this league again. Because remember, Tibbs was out the league, man. He was finished because of what happened in Minnesota. He was done. He couldn't get another gig. And he scared off a lot of people. The only thing he could do was be an assistant on the bench. The only reason he got the Knicks job, come on, man, was because that's his boy. That's his boy. His boy looked out for him. That's a fact, my man. I don't care. Everybody knew that was the situation with him. But look. But I'm blacking out on Tibbs. I'm saying a lot of good, bad things. There's a lot of things he's got to get better with. Yes. But one thing I will be honest with, there are a lot of players who like Tibbs. Here's one in particular, and I think this is a really good quote right here. Check my man out right here. Jeff Teague, I saw this clip. Check it out here.
The change of scenery was good for him. And also getting back with Tibbs. Tibbs got a way of like letting you be you. Like everybody think Tibbs is like this hard coach to play for. That you gotta do it this way. He really don't say shit. He just be down, pop, down. That's all he say. But he don't be saying nothing. He don't be like, T, go here, do this. He don't really be coaching you. He kind of just be like, damn, damn it, man, damn. That's all he say.
He be making the funniest faces.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Tibbs is the coach, nigga. If you make a mistake, he gonna let you stay in the game, bro.
He don't say nothing.
He gonna let you stay in the game.
Damn.
You know, it's his boy playing 7 minutes.
A lot of niggas will pull you, bro.
I swear to God, Tibbs literally all he say is damn, and we just watch film. You gotta be here. Damn. In the game, bro, you can run, you can shoot anytime, you can run anything. Like he lets you be a basketball player. Obviously, he gonna put the ball in his best player's hand.
Yeah,
so he gonna call plays for the best players all the time. But other than that, he don't say shit, bro. I love him about that. Like Bud will cuss you out.
Yeah, you can tell Bud be a bullshit.
Yeah, Bud will be like, "Well, get the fuck out the game then if you don't want to play." Like Bud was like very direct. Yeah. Tibbs will just be like, "Come on, man, what are we doing?" But he won't say your name. He won't say nothing. But come on, I'll fuck with that. What do you think, Jeff? What do you think? I'm like, shit, I don't know.
Boy, shit. Try to keep you in the game, nigga. Give me something.
Yeah, he'd be like,
I'm trying to help you right now.
You see something out there? I'm like, shit, get Jimmy the ball.
Mike, sorry. D Grant, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, man. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew. Knicks weekly recap show. This was hilarious. So This shows you that a lot of players do like Tibbs because of what Jeff T just said. Tibbs ain't really out there coaching them, man. He knows certain things, yeah. But what I'm saying that if this is what he's saying, this is what Randall was dealing with. He let Randall do what he wanted to do. We saw that firsthand here. Yes, Randall played well. Randall made a lot of great baskets, right? But Tibbs let him do whatever he wanted to do. Now Randall's over in a little bit of more structure. He's having a hard time over there because Tibbs runs a loose ship. Jeff T is telling you. He's telling you. So I'm just saying. So it seems like to me what Tibbs is a very top-heavy coach. And what I mean is vets and guys have been doing it a long time. He can coach those cats. He can do that. But dudes that need to be developed and kind of work like from the bottom up, I think he struggles at times with stuff. Not saying that he can't do it. I think he struggles with that. I think he struggles big time. And I think that's the issue. And that's what's happening now with the league. Because the way the league is changing, Tibbs is having a hard time changing also. And so, you know, I think that's the issue here. I think that's the issue. That's the issue. But this is ill, man. This is ill because in a lot of ways, this is kind of like what a lot of players like, right? Because then they can be free to do whatever they want. Because the more stats they get, the more money, the more they light it up and put like crazy numbers up, right? The more money you get, right? So you got to think how that benefits the players. So a lot of times they wind up leaving Tibbs or go someplace else and make a bunch of money. And they say, yo, Tibbs, develop me. So I'm just saying. But this is the culture that he builds, man. I'm not knocking the guy. It is what it is. Eddie Kofi says, please don't forget the goal this year. Yeah, that's always been the goal. Eddie Kofi, that's always been a goal. That's always been a goal this year. Always been a goal. But I just wanted to play this because I wanted to show like there are players, man. They like playing with Tibbs because he lets them do whatever they want to do. Jeff T just said it. Jeff T just said it. See, I mean, we're talking about Tibbs, right? You know what I mean? We kind of played the Garnett piece. We kind of went back and forth and listened to you guys rant about it. And I think we kind of got lost in translation with all of this. It's how do we get better, right? How do we get better? If you see Eddie Kofi right here, he stated, please don't forget the goal is Eastern Conference Finals, right? Agreed. How do we get better? And I think that's why I started saying that you got to develop these guys on the bench. Those guys got to play. Even though I know Tibbs don't want to, you're going to have to go 10 deep. You're going to have to do that. And the reason why you're going to have to do that is because you may need these guys. You never know when you're going to need them. Perfect example, Cat's been down 2 straight games. Now you got to rely on Precious. He's not a big, but if you got a guy out there like a Porter that's 7 feet that can block shots and can rebound, you've developed him since he got here. He'll be ready to go. And then I got one better, guys. Check it out. You develop Akaporte, then you may realize we don't really need Mitch. Excuse me, man. I didn't mean to do that on camera. I apologize. Shit's getting crazy over here for LV. Now you realize you may not need Mitch. Now you can trade Mitch. Because you found the diamond in the rough in Akaporte, and now you can develop him. Because he can block shots, he can rebound, he's athletic, and he can finish. He's offensively good. So I'm just saying, right? So once again, that's what the key is here. Everybody wants to figure out how can we get better. How can we get better? How can we get to the next level? How can we make it to where, you know, we can get to that Eastern Conference Finals? Eddie Kofi, like we can get there. But we're gonna have to play a lot of those young guys, man. Because guys, listen, I'm just being honest with you guys. Let's not like we're not. I don't think there's any big deal coming like in the trades. Like what? Like if who are we going to give up? Is Tibbs going to let them trade Deuce? That's the only real commodity we got off the bench, right? Deuce and Precious and Mitch. So for one player, who's going to take that and then take Mitch? That's injury. Like who's? No one's doing that. And what you getting back for that? So once again, you got to think about who are you trading and what value are you getting back? Because then you guys are going to be mad. The reality is that we don't have it right now. We don't got the war chest for that. So if we don't have the war chest for that, you got to develop what you have. That's it. My man D Grant says the only way the Knicks are going to get to the next level is with the bench. He's got to develop the rookies, forget this trust system that only shoots down their confidence. Hey, listen, man. My man just said everything that LV's been saying forever in 2 sentences. That's it. You got to develop young players, man. You got to. You got to. My man AP said may have to trade OG or Mikal. Ooh, that's not happening, AP. There's no way. They put too much. 2 things. They put too much bread into OG and Obi. They gave him $212 million a summer. 212. And they gave up major pieces, man. And RJ and IQ. Those are the future for the Knicks. They gave up them dudes for OG and Obi. They're going to ride them wheels to them joints fall off. They gave up all of their picks for Mikal Bridges. They gave up everything for him. Everything. There's no way they're coming off of them dudes. No way. Them dudes are locked in forever, man. So this is it. So to D Grant's point, you got to develop the young guns. That's why now in the league, guys, I want everybody to pay attention to this too. Now in the league, what's going to be even more important is your draft, how you develop. Because the second apron and all that stuff, it's going to be hard now. I mean, the CBA money is going to raise too. So remember that too, guys. The amount of money is going to raise. So I think everything's going to kind of get boosted up, salaries and all that stuff. So you're going to have a little bit more wiggle room. But still, you're still going to have a cap. You're still going to have all that stuff in place. It's just may get a little higher, the money. But still, you're going to really have to draft correctly, man. Because now, if dudes can make more, they're going to ask for more. So that's still going to put you in a situation where it's like, all right, well, this cat that I used to pay $80 million now he, because the CBA's up, the money is higher. Now he want 120 as opposed to 80. So it still balances out because I don't know, let's say the apron is, I don't know the number, but you know what I'm saying? Like the apron's like 250 million or something like that. They may go up to 300 million, but the numbers everything's moving up together. You know what I'm saying? So it's all basically the same thing. So the reality is this. What's going to happen is that you're going to have to really develop and draft. You're going to have to get nice with that. And that's going to be key to you really building your team. Your stars are going to be your stars. You're going to have your guys, but you got to develop a really good bench. It's going to have to be how Denver won it. You know what I'm saying? Denver won it with a lot of good role players, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they were able to take it to the next level and win that. And I think that's the key. That's the key. You're gonna have to develop, man. Develop talent and to get your team to the next level. No longer is it going to be top heavy. Meaning like it's going to have to be about your starting 5. No, your bench got to be legit. If your bench ain't legit, you ain't going nowhere. Just that's just how it's going to be. AP says may have to, can't improve if they're stuck on the payroll. If we're dependent on the draft and we have Tom Thibodeau as a coach, equals a big problem. AP, that's a good point. That's a good point. It's a good point. Dokosaurus Rex said, if you bet on every rookie who played against the Knicks so far this season, you could have been a millionaire. But word up, man. Word up. It's a lot of young players, man, playing. They're getting busy, too. Getting busy. Nick 100 Jam said we just made the mistake with D Rose and turned right back around and did it with OG. How, man? How? What season? What? I'm confused. How is he? How is he just like D Rose? When I said it all this before this season, I was the bad guy. Now everyone can see it. See what? We paid D Rose for 3 months of service. Tell my man, that's not what's your boss. That's not what the situation is here, man. OG's a young player, man. We paid OG for 3 months of service, my man. That's not the situation here. Not even close. Not even close. He's going to be a staple going forward on the wing for us. Let me tell you something. He's a really, really good player. Really, really good. What you're seeing now is you're kind of seeing a guy a little tired. This is probably the most he's ever played ever in his career. And, you know, you give him like maybe sometime. If OG Anunoby to me is really, really at his best when he's playing anywhere between 28 to 38 and 32 minutes a night. And then he could really give full effort because he knows I'm not playing 40 plus minutes. But if he's playing all these minutes, you're going to see kind of like guys just aren't playing as well as they're usually playing because, you know, Paul Pierce said these dudes just tired, man. OG played over 6-7 games. How many times, LV? No, listen, I understand the point that you're making with his injury stuff. It's valid. I'm not saying you're wrong. That was the question with him getting paid. I understand that. But what I'm saying is going forward, I think he's the guy for the future, man. I think he's the guy for the future. I think he is. I just think that you got to get a backup wing in there for him, knock on wood, in case he gets hurt. Because when OG is on, he's legit. Trust me. So I think that plays, you know, a big part. It's the same exact thing as injured D Rose. No, it's not, man. No, it's not, man. How many ACLs did D Rose have, man? He had like 2 of them joints, didn't he? Didn't he tear like twice? Nah, man. They're not the same. Not even close. Dopasaurus Rex. OG is insanely tired and has to work twice as hard to make up for Tibbs' faulty defensive schemes. He has to do suicides every play to be close on 3 pointers, 3-pointers 500 feet away from the paint. Dopasaurus Rex is on point. That's a great point. Great point. But listen, guys, let me get up out of here. Listen, man, look, man, I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me, man. I was out this week, but I see my crew coming through, supporting me, man. It's truly, truly appreciated. It hits LV here because I do this for y'all. So I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me, man. I truly, truly do. I will be back tomorrow, better than ever, after the Atlanta game. So really come through and check it out. We'll talk about the game. Hopefully we can pull it out, man, and stop Trey Young from playing CeeLo on the garden floor. All right? So listen, come through and check it out. All right, please? I have the show right after, so please come through and check out that show. All right, but listen, that's my show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. All right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming through to the channel and you're watching this on replay, please subscribe to the channel. Also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, people, but that's my show. I will be back tomorrow. All right, I'm LV Live, and I'm out of here, people.